Showing ourselves or
I
not?
guess we can. I guess so. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening.
We go to intro.
Yep. this
Okay.
um that was interesting,
What's that?
but just showed up. You didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
Hmm. I guess we'll look afterwards.
All right.
Oh, no, you just put look like
I got the
it looked
wrong
like you're in the
folder up.
wrong. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Good evening. While we are getting ready, y'all know we do a little pre-talk when we first get on. I don't know if everybody goes back to watch the pre-talk, but sometimes it's interesting things that happen. So sometimes we're setting up, sometimes we are um,
Yeah, we like doing this.
just doing a little chit chat about random things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so on. Good evening. I see some people getting on. Good evening.
Uh-oh.
As the man of God here is trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. So we're going to give a minute because we're on a different device tonight.
All right. We're back in
So
a second.
we'll be right back. We
Day out here in Facebook, YouTube land. We have not been on in probably like 5 months, 4 or 5 months.
Emotionally stable, I understand a rebuke is for love. Because if I don't rebuke you, then I really don't love you. But because I don't feel love, I'm just going to make a decision and leave. No, like there has to be understanding of commitment, right? Like I've grown enough to know she loves me, vice versa, right? But there are days I don't feel the same maybe love directed. So I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. I'm out of here for a couple days. Like I'm out of here for a week. I need to feel love. Where's the
trying to
line?
get this going because then you have people that their parents might have been like, you know what? I had a girl, but I want a boy. Let's just put an X there, and then I'm gonna make her a girl.
What's going on,
or
Prophet?
boy, or whichever it is.
Good to see you, man.
Crazy.
Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, I think it's wild. Like
to get in here. I told him to be a little, you know.
nerve-wracking because it's not the same thing. So for me with hair transplants, which I have not gotten, by the way, but I know, but okay, but I know of people that have.
I'm sorry. I will apologize for that. I shouldn't have put your age out there, but I'm sorry.
It's like, no, I'm joking. But,
no, I'm sorry. I know that's a pet peeve, so I apologize.
But
I do apologize for that seriously. But anyhow, in the basement, I don't care about no scars.
Great conversation.
I don't care about that. In the basement, for her birthday.
You do care about scarves. You don't have scarves.
No, I'm just saying I don't care.
So
It's
you
fine.
do care about it.
On her birthday, we have a basement. We got our basement finished, but in the basement we have like a room. This room, now mind y'all, this room, I actually wanted to make this room my studio.
You talking about the basement?
Yeah.
You was not even thinking about that. Stop it.
Let me finish my statement.
No.
Hold it.
Lay hands on no man's son.
That's not what that means, and you know that,
I know,
so be quiet. So let me finish.
No, that's what. Hey. The man of God is currently making some coffee. Okay, so he will be joining us in a moment. Those still crack me up. Some of those videos, like when the man of God decided to lay hands on me suddenly. I didn't appreciate it. But good evening, guys. Welcome to Des and Y'all Talks. Des will be joining me in a few minutes. But hopefully everyone has had a wonderful weekend thus far. It's not my day for conversation. It's the man of God's day. So hopefully everyone's having a good weekend so far. And have plans for tomorrow. I'm sure some people celebrated today. If you guys are on, I see some people on. Go ahead and say hello. I'm not looking at the comments over here. I'm sorry. Let me see. I got my phone on the charger, y'all. I got my phone on the charger here. Let me see. So I'm not seeing the comments. Hey, Julian. Good evening. How are you? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hey, Andre. I'm sorry, Overseer. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Just trying to wait for the man to God. He is leading in our conversation. But thanks for jumping on. Thanks for talking to me while we await him to get up on this screen. Got he's over there making some strong drink, a coffee. So he'll be with us shortly. Okay. How was everyone's day while you're on? If you need to grab something to drink or something to snack on while we talk, then go ahead and do that at this moment. Oh, here he's rushing in.
Sorry.
Like a Russian mighty wind.
I had something came calling. Hallelujah.
I was saying hopefully everybody has had a good day. We got Julian on.
What's up, Julian?
Overseer Andre.
Oh, what's up, man? Looking forward to see. I can't wait.
Overseer
I can't wait to see y'all.
I know Converge. Right?
Converge Friday it's gonna be good. I can't wait for Converge. If you're not registered for Converge,
yes,
get registered.
I didn't even say nothing about that. I didn't even do that.
We on our page. That's probably why.
But I still should have said it because it's gonna be a good time. So.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time in the Lord. Hallelujah.
Amen.
All right, so I'm on here to have this conversation tonight. I guess I'm hosting tonight. You got me turn it up down there or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to host while you was away.
You was hosting? What'd you say?
You supposed to be starting us off.
I am. Look, yo, you notice this? I messed up. Do you see this on my desk right here?
Mm-mm.
Probably from, like either like water or like steam, like having like cups there because of the water. Yeah. So we bless the Lord.
What's those things called? I forgot now. I can't even think of the name. A coaster.
I should have one, but that's probably what made all this kind of.
Oh, you think the coaster?
No, I wish I had a coaster. That's what I'm saying.
I wish I had a coaster. I'll get a coaster.
Yeah,
I mean, you can put anything really there to coast it, a card or something.
For sure.
Till we get some.
So I'm excited about the conversation tonight. So I love when we do this. A lot of times y'all don't know this, but I'm just going to share it anyway. What happens is each week we alternate who's going to host, who handle the conversation, which makes it intriguing because she doesn't know either 1 week, either she's having the conversation. I don't know what she's going to talk about. And then vice versa. I will have the conversation. For example, last week she talked about church clothes.
Yeah.
I didn't know we was going to talk about that. The week before I talked about people knowing pastors like info or stuff like that. I talked about how much transparency and all that stuff like that. We talked about transparency. Like what do I need to share, whatnot. So this week we're going to get into something that she's not ready for. But before we do,
I'm not ready.
I'm doing, instead of a top 10, I am doing a top 5. Okay. So it is a top 10, but it's a top 5. All right. So here we go. All right, so here we go. I'm
just going to add in. Now, how this works, you guys can also comment too. So we like to have feedback too. We usually get feedback from everyone else as well. Like when we did the cartoons, everybody was commenting. So please feel free to comment and let us know your picks as well as we discuss this.
All right, I'm going to add something to this.
Okay, he's going to add something, y'all. He's going to add. Should I
not
look?
You can look, but this is going to be an interesting one.
Right now.
No, you can look at it. It's fine. You can look at it. So here we go. All right. So those on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're at watching this. All right. So the pre-talk tonight, and here goes a question. The question is, and you can look. Well, don't look. All right. So it's a top 5. All right. So it's top 5 things you believe. All right, because we're on the edge of Mother's Day. Okay. So it's Mother's Day, and I cannot thank God, not just for my own mother, but I am so thankful for the woman that I married. All right. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. But I am grateful.
I love you too.
But I am grateful that she is the mother of my children. Okay. There are things that, of course, once in a while we'll see certain things differently with our kids, right? And that's normal, right? Because of how we look at certain things, how we evaluate certain things. You know, for example, my wife, she was raised, like we were raised the same as far as the things of God, but it'd be like little nitpicking things of how we had differences, right? And like me, I was raised like sports was like a ton of everything. And I'm not saying it's not, but for my wife, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, sports, okay, like, yeah, like, like my wife is all the way engaged with my daughter playing soccer and all that, but my mind is like super engaged because like sports was everything growing up to me. So it's like just something as simple as that, right? So the top 5 today, just is something, but I was just saying thank God for her. But my top
so funny,
5.
I just was thinking, I know it's a sidebar, but I was thinking about, how, like in church sometimes, like where people
It's not coming up. You see that? It's like
where
white.
people will maybe because it's
too long.
Big.
It might be too long.
No, I'm saying, can they see? Oh, you can see it on the screen here. That's what I'm saying. This might be too big, so you can't see it.
Okay.
But you know how, like in church, if somebody be like, we know even coming up in church and stuff, like where the pastor or the preacher or something, like they be going back and forth with their wife, and it's like, sometimes I know this is a rant, but it was just funny because you said, thank God for my wife. And I said, bless you, but you get sometimes in church, it's like kind of like, you don't know really how to respond with those things sometimes.
When people act funny in church like that?
No. I'm saying like for instance, when you're up in the front, right. And you like, or if it's a preacher and they're like, oh, my wife is the bomb, or we did sharing like
you remember that?
Things.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Sharing, like,
you remember that
things
with
about
somebody?
Their spouse. Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Like that happened with somebody, and I'm telling you, a week later they was fisticuffing, like known. I'll leave it like that.
But I'm just saying, it's just
that's
so
what I was
funny
talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. It's just so funny like when people be doing that because you be like,
is it
real? Sometimes I'm not even talking about just that, but it's just so funny. Like sometimes it's like, am I supposed to yell back? Or am I supposed to just be like, God bless you?
Right.
Like,
right. In church, it's like, should we yell for that? Like, yeah,
so funny, right?
Yeah, I get you.
Everybody responds, I guess, based on like how the person is.
Right.
Most times I just I'll smile and I don't.
What's up,
really
Katrina?
Say a whole bunch. Hey, Katrina.
Right, I got you. So here's the question. She don't even see it yet, which is good. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is basically, what do you believe? Top 5 things you believe mothers want for Mother's Day that is not a gift.
Okay.
That is not a physical gift. What do you believe? You can say for yourself.
It's not a physical gift?
It's not a physical. Yes.
So like it can't be a gift card?
No. What are the top 5 things
that is a number
that
one.
A mother wants?
Money.
That's a gift. I need to know what are your top 5 things that you want for Mother's Day that is not a material, like not a gift.
Okay.
That's why I could do 10. I wanted to make it 5.
Clean house.
Clean house. Okay. Clean house. Number 1. I should put that on the thing. Clean house.
Clean house.
All right. I'm gonna type that in. Here we go. Let me type that in.
A gift.
So number 1, take your time. Take your time now. Don't rush through them now. You ain't gotta rush now. So number 1 is a clean house. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Next would be.
All right.
To sit down and not do anything. Just sit down and watch whatever I want.
So relaxation. Wait, you do too much stuff there.
Oh,
too much stuff.
That was it was in the same. Okay.
No, it wasn't. You said number 1. You said clean house.
Clean house.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Number 2 was what?
Relaxation.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm gonna save these 2 up
yeah.
here.
What's the phone call if long distance? Oh no! I can tell that's a man's answer. Wait,
what was the answer?
Says phone call.
Who said that?
Desi.
He said what? What's up, man? What up,
Katrina
Coach?
says physical time alone. A nap. Yes, a nap. That's a good.
Nap is a good one. Clean house.
Nap.
Relaxation, and you said a nap.
Nap is a good one.
Okay. Katrina said no one calling my name for hours.
I can deal with that. I can relax and just,
Yeah, you fine with that. That's a funny one.
Like, Call
Phone
Jesus.
call,
Psych. I'm on relaxation mode right now.
Right,
Better
right.
call on him, okay?
Call on him.
Not Tyrone. Call Jesus.
Call on him.
Don't call Tyrone.
That's hilarious.
I'm trying to think. So that's what, 3?
Yeah, you got clean house, relaxation. He said sleep.
A nap.
A nap. Okay.
Nap is always good.
I know this is a little interesting, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I
don't want to say gift card because
I mean, I guess relaxation. I guess
you said watch a movie.
Not have to cook. Would that
not
have
to
be?
Cook the day. Okay, that's fine.
Cook for the day.
That's
okay.
4.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
Let me see if anybody else got any. I could. No one called. Okay. Okay. We got that one. One more.
I knew clean house would be number 1 on yours. I knew it.
I mean,
that's
this is the hardest.
Ones. Hey, I'll be honest though, as far as a collective group, like everybody working today, this is probably the best Saturday we've had in a long time. Everybody was working the entire time for the most part. I think so. Outside of because we had to go to soccer games and stuff like that today, but for the most part, everybody was clean for the most part,
including myself.
That's on you. You didn't have to. I told you to stop. You just can't help yourself.
I need a little help, y'all. I can't think of anything else. I mean, clean house is like that. Let me think. I'll just say
clean house relaxation. I got one for you. Say clean house relaxation. Not have to cook. What was the other one?
Not have to preach.
A nap.
Say
a nap. And what's the other one?
I guess I would say.
I'm gonna
say.
I know what number 5 is for you.
Dang, money. I mean, we just took that out, so
can't be nothing physical.
Oh, so shopping.
That's physical. You're going out. Oh,
so you want to go shopping.
So you want to go out shopping tomorrow?
No, I don't.
Exactly. I know what it is. You ready? Can I answer for you? Can I answer for you?
I guess. I mean, you want to?
Because you're going to count this in relaxation, but this is not relaxation. To me, I think it's watch a good movie.
But that's what I said.
You didn't say that.
For relaxation.
That's relaxation. People relaxation could be a magazine. It could be sleep. It could be just sitting up. It could be.
My relaxation is sitting in the bed watching a movie.
That's not true. That's not true. What's your relaxation from Monday to Thursday?
I don't have none.
Lies. Right before you go to bed, what's your relaxation Monday to Thursday?
Are you talking about when I play my game?
That's a relaxation. You always tell me, that's my relax time for the last 15 minutes before you go to sleep.
No, that's just getting my mind.
15 minutes before you go to sleep, you play your game on your phone. That's the only time you have your phone most of the time of the day. You don't really have your phone unless you're working on it, but you sit there and you said that's your relaxation. That's why when I touch you like this, you're like, I'm relaxing.
That time. It just allows me to do something fun with my time instead of thinking about work.
Child, that's relaxing.
If my task for tomorrow can be prepped, so I can just start that. That's a good one. That's funny, Katrina.
I think I understood what she's trying to say.
Yeah, her task. That's good. I like that. So I guess we got the 5. I did 5, right?
Okay, I guess so. Shopping.
No, you're right. I probably went for like tomorrow I'm trying to just sit and chill. I say that every Sunday, but it doesn't happen. I just can't help it. I'm sure most moms can't.
Okay.
But tomorrow I am. I'm gonna sit down and I'm not gonna look at nothing else.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
All right, try. Please try.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day. I'm gonna play that video tomorrow. The Dylan. I should play that tomorrow. Like,
that's
Happy
funny.
Mother's Day. And Dylan's like, Happy Mother's Day. All right, so here we go. So our conversation tonight, all right, or the question for tonight is, again, it's going to be centered around Mother's Day to a degree. There's a lot of interesting things that are going on in the earth right now. People are all riled up. It was funny. I'm not going. This ain't what our conversation will be about, but it's interesting how riled up people are about the papacy, because now there's a new pope. The pope is the first time ever that there's an American pope.
I did see that.
So that's like a big deal for a lot of people. And then it's wild because even in church circles, like people are like
like saying, "Oh, thank God, there's a new pope, there's a miracle." Like and then people like in Christian circles are like, "Why y'all talking about the pope? We're not Catholic." Like, I'm like, and it's like it's causing like even a stupid divide for no reason, But to each his own. I'm not gonna get into that. That's what I could have brought that up, but I'm not going.
Oh, you can talk about it a little.
No, because that'll be me running my gums all night.
That's fine.
Rather not. So we're gonna make this quick. So this goes around Mother's Day, and this is going to help or encourage either way, or just share your thoughts. This is going to deal with raising children tonight. Okay. Now, those that do not know, I'm sure most people that will watch this or those that are watching this know that we have 4 children, 1 boy, 3 girls. Okay. I had a college coach talk to me this week. I was like, "Man, you want to get into college coaching?" I said, "Absolutely not," because college coaching is a lot of movement. Sometimes it's hard to get stable. I'm like, "Nah, I'm good coaching high school because I don't want to be moving every 2 years." So, with that being said, I'm throwing this question out here, and then I'm also going to make a statement of how I function. Pastor Yao might not feel the same, okay? But I'm just going to tell you how I think through things, all right? So the question is for tonight, or our conversation tonight, is going to deal with, and I hope our kids will never watch this on YouTube, but they can, because it's not going to be offensive or anything like that. It's fine. They'll be okay. Do you, and I'm going to ask this to everyone else on here that has multiple, if you have more than one child. And if you do have one child, you can still answer questions of what you feel you may or may not. But do you raise all of your kids the same? And my statement is why you should, or why you should not raise them all the same. Okay. Now, the question is, do you raise all of your kids the same? And I'm going to say why you should not. A lot of people believe that you should. I'm of the belief that you should not. So, unto you first. Do you believe that the way you do? I know we raise the kids together, but in some of your methodologies, do you feel like we raise them the same? And do you believe that we should or should not?
I don't believe that we raise them the same way.
Okay.
And I don't believe that. I mean, I can't say I don't believe that you should. I don't feel like you should, but I feel like that would be up to, I guess, whoever the parents is. They might have their reasons for doing it. I feel like, not to get biblical, but we are all, being that we're all different people, we have different children. Just like I don't feel like God raises us up all the same, right? We all go through different things. Because we have different emotions, we have different circumstances, we have different experiences, we have different attitudes, we have different goals. There's different things that we are to accomplish, so we're not raised the same way. So I think the same with our children, because our children are all different. They have different personalities. Some might respond to correction in one way. Some might respond to correction in a different way.
Okay.
Some, because of emotions, sometimes you have to be careful with, the way you handle. I don't think that they would all, I don't feel like that's even possible, because they're all different, because they all have different personalities. I think that you raise them with, all of them should have the same morals and values, as far as, what they believe. Do we, we know certain things
to a degree.
We know certain things, are no, right? We had conversations about different things that we believe in and what we don't believe in, what we agree with, what we don't agree with. I feel like in those aspects, of course, they'll be raised the same regarding that. But as far as who they are, and the way, you deal with them in correction, the way you deal with them in encouragement, the way you deal with them and building them up, the way you deal with them and guiding them, in whatever area they are to be in. Because a lot of times we'll see that even kind of before, they realize, or they don't actually know the steps. Like, they don't all want to do the same thing.
Right.
So with us, we have to figure out, okay, what can we do to help this person? What can we do to help that person? What can we do to help, because they're all going to be different, just like sports. Like, they all were in different things, because they're all interested in different things, because they're all different personalities, attitudes, mindsets. So
you made a statement. You just
make a
said out of
statement.
your mouth. I'm gonna tell you an interesting statement you said.
I did make an interesting statement.
You did, and here's the interesting one.
I
said.
know what you're gonna say.
Which one?
Because you commented when I said it.
And what was it?
It was the C word.
How you correct.
Right.
Yes. How you discipline.
Correction.
Okay. So what's the difference then? Like, don't you think they all deserve the same kind of correction, or no?
I think they deserve the same correction as far as there are certain things that you do and you don't do. Mm-hmm. But the way you deal with it sometimes has to be different, right? Because
so you don't just get the belt out for everybody.
No, if one person get the belt, everybody get the belt. But the thing
Stop.
is,
don't fib on here.
No, if one person gets the belt, everybody should get the belt. It's not like I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in dealing with it. They don't get the belt.
I know they don't get no belt. But they get slapped, but they don't get no belt. That's why
nobody gets the belt because nobody.
So, but I'm saying you don't. Okay. So here's okay. So for example, right, with the oldest, right. Right. I now of course I would never do this to my girls, but for him, like I give him a little kung fu chop sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, like straighten up. You know what I mean? Like, because he can take that. Right. But also I make him the one thing, my son, I'm all loud to be quiet, but it don't matter. It don't matter. I say it out loud because I tell him all the time. His handwriting is not the best. And he hates writing. Right. Mm-hmm. So for him, like, I'm going to discipline him different. Like if he does something that's like, just keeps doing it, I'll make him write like a scripture.
Right.
Or something like 50 times or 100 times. And he just goes insane about that. Like he's like, oh, he'll call both his grandmoms and like all that and murmur and complain and nothing changes. But that's for him. For the others, like if I did it for Yana, she'd be like, okay. Like I don't think she would respond that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for her, it's take the iPad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like then it's like, oh Lord. Like, you know what I mean? Dylan, we can take the computer, but it's still like, okay, I'll build with my Legos or something. I'll watch some YouTube. Right. So I think it's different in the ways because we know what affects them is what we will choose with. But then also, I think the way we push them. For example, my son now wants to play football, right? So he's been lifting. He ran track this year. He's running track this year because I told him if you want to play football, you probably need to run track so you try to get your speed a little better and all that. So he's running track because he wants to train for football. But like, I want him to play football. Mom really don't care. Is that honest?
No, I mean I want him to because I've seen the work that he puts in.
Okay.
But like I told him, he has a stipulation.
but one of his grades got to come up. One of his grades got to come up.
All good. Okay.
Yeah. His grades got to be all A's and B's.
Amen.
Right. That's no C. So one of his grades got to come up. So the thing is, but I'm kind of like, but I'm still going. I'm going to tend to mom. But this is the thing though. Like he needs more like pushing. He needs more like, Des, I thought I told you he's playing ball this year. Not for us though. Ain't that's the wild part. That's the wild part. If he does play this year, if his grades are the way they're supposed to be at the end of June, we will be playing them on my birthday. Out of all the days, we will be playing. We played Clayton this year at Sterling on October the 10th on my birthday. So that I hope he plays this year. That's what I hope he plays this year. That'll be a day that neither one of us will forever ever forget. And I know Chamberlain's going to figure out a way to make sure he plays that game in some kind of degree. He's going to make sure because Chamberlain will be like, yo, it's your dad's birthday. Like let's figure out something. Like Chamberlain's like that. So, but the thing is like I said, he's starting to get motivated. Oh yeah, he all the way in now. He been in weight room. The days of track practice, if he gets done track practice early, he in the weight room. But with that being said, like we had to like remind him of things, like even with karate, right? It was like you got karate, it's like oh god, like Yane is out the door, like soccer practice. Hey y'all, it's time to go to soccer practice. Like so, like she's different, which calls us to parent them differently because there's a different level of motivation that's within her that's not within him. And it's nothing against that. It's just they're different in how they operate with sports. For him, it's it's different things we're trying to break or bend, but it's like at the same time we have to parent them different because they're different people,
right?
And we're parenting them according to where we feel like they need to go or what pathways need to be moved out. So that's why I think you should parent them differently. That's just my opinion. It don't mean we don't love them differently.
Right.
That's the mistake.
Doesn't mean we love them differently.
That's what I'm saying. We love them the same, right? And the other thing is, even though we love them the same, and I if I can be honest, I try to find what I love. I love my children regardless. Like I love them all the same. But I try to find attributes that I love about each of them.
Yeah.
So that I don't feel like I have a favorite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then if you're parenting them differently, it becomes like a favoritism thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? So but what else you feel like we do that's different? You feel like there's anything else we do different between them outside of like I was saying like sports,
guidance,
like even like grades. We don't have. I don't. I this is. I don't know if I want my kids to watch this, but it don't matter. I never look at Yane's grades. Mm-hmm. That's a shame, right? I look at them maybe like once a month. The reason why is because she's motivated there. Like I don't have to think about it with her. You know what I mean? And if she has a bad grade, she'll talk about it more than, my son will. My son's just like, hey, I'm going to do these classes. I'm going to give him a grade, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. And then these grades, I know these grades are supposed to be a certain way, but I know like my daughter's more thinking like, okay, these grades need to be X, Y, Z. And she's just like, thinking like that. My son's just like, I'm going to do what I got to do. Let's get these A's and B's. But my daughter's like, she gets frustrated if she don't have an A on the test. You know what I'm saying? I think her and Dream are built kind of the same way in that regard. So I think that there are certain things I have to look at differently of where we have to motivate them from or what I have to do to enforce things into Dylan and I'm not comparing them, right? Because there's a lot of things I love about Dylan that are good too, but I'm just using the grades and their motivation for sport. Like there's differences. Right. So I think there's a way of like, and you have to see what you think they are for the future. Right. So like Dylan, we always talk about the fact like he likes. I remember we got him into that building camp that one summer, right?
Yeah,
like built like so it's like and how to build out games, right? I would encourage my son, and we have encouraged. Like most people be telling kids like, you can't be this, don't be that. Like my son,
I think so.
We encourage our son to be a YouTuber, right? And I encourage that. Like most people are like, well, YouTuber ain't gonna make. No, Dylan is like gaming. He's like, but his animation when he plays games, it's like,
I wish it would,
if people watched him play games, I think people would enjoy just watching. Like people watch all these other people I've seen on TV, and I'm like on YouTube, I'm like, they not.
Especially when he was younger.
Oh, when he was younger. Oh my God! And he's still like is like, like he walked through a game like it's like it's entertaining. Like it's entertaining to hear him play. So I'm like, yo, you need to tape yourself actually playing games and going through games because people get paid tons of money for them to play a game and watch people play the game. Right. Now, my daughter, here goes the other part of it. My daughter started a YouTube page, and I'm like, that ain't your vein. Like, but she has a YouTube page, got followers, but I'm like, that's not your vein. That's your brother's vein, but your brother ain't tapping into the vein.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like the way we have to deal with them from, like I said, motivation standpoint, correction standpoint. It's all different.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all different. With Dream, Dynasty, same thing. It's all different. Dynasty is a type where I don't have to we don't have to beat Dynasty up. Dynasty beats her own self up when she feels like she's not doing well. Or when she's not, I don't have to fuss at Dynasty. You know what I mean? Because she kind of fuss as her own self when she feel like she's not doing right. And sometimes we got to encourage that when she's fussing at herself too much or she getting too down on herself. So I don't have to correct. We got to correct in homework, but we ain't got to correct her when she knows she's wrong more so than the others. So even the correction levels are different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's a part of just noticing their strengths and their weaknesses, because I know even with grades and stuff like that, you understand each of them are different. Mm-hmm. Even with Dynasty, it's a little bit different. So, certain things as far as even grading and stuff, it's okay, well, we just know we need to work on this more compared to no, you know better. You better get this done. You need to have A's and B, but it's difference in just, understanding their strengths, understanding their weaknesses, understanding their capabilities of what they can and cannot do, can and cannot handle, which you know that just because you know your child.
Right.
So, and sometimes people don't like to, I guess, think about that like they can, but there are certain things that, they're capable and that they might not be capable of.
Correct.
And being okay with that and just helping them so that, they can do better in those areas or with those things. So I think that's important as well. Just understanding and knowing their strengths, weaknesses, and capabilities so that you can help them build on that. Just like us, like we have to know, we have to have an understanding of our weaknesses, our strengths, right? Because it helps us, either you need to grow better in this area, or you're seeking out, can I do better in this area? I'm good right here, but I need to work on this, or this is okay, but I need to build on that. It's important for just development, just period. So of course we need to understand in our kids so that they can develop properly and have an understanding of just different things.
Yeah, I think what you're saying too, I think is good that we even depend upon each other how we parent. Like I just know there's certain things that you do better than I do as far as parenting. You know what I mean? I think you're more on top of just certain things as far as just structurally, right? And then I think I'm more of a it says you on there or something. And then also
No, that's interesting.
And then I also think that excuse me. I don't know what I can say.
You think,
Yeah, right, exactly that. And I think we're both encouraging, but also think that, hey, Pastor Bar, good to see you, man. I think that also we're both.
hey.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do I bring to the table?
Well, you're very good with like with this, like you were saying, like with sports, encouraging them, making sure they get their outside time, go outside. Because if anybody knows me, I'm really not I don't like really being outside.
She hates being outside.
Especially in the summer and the spring, just because the bugs. I'm not good with those. So
no gardening, no cutting lawn, no nothing.
I'm sorry.
Like no planting flowers. She don't do none of that.
Always said I'm just.
She a city
my
girl.
house could just have like
Now, how's mom love doing that? And
I
you
know
ain't got
my
no
mom
connection
loves
to that.
but I don't like a plant. You get me? That's why somebody put a plant, it's probably gonna die. It's like I'm probably not even gonna if it's outside. I'm not thinking about that thing.
That's why it's funny. I'll be like, I'm gonna get the yard. I'll be outside working. I've tried the backyard. I've tried so many different things sometimes, and she don't even care. It's like, what does this inside look like? I care what this outside look like. It don't even matter. I'm like, I'm trying to get this outside right.
I know it does. It does need to be nice, but yeah, artificial flowers work for me on the outside, so I don't have to think about them. They're just there, right? So yeah, I'm not outside like barbecues and all. Like I remember when we used to go to barbecues and stuff. I used to hate it. I used to hate it.
Really?
I hated it. Like I loved being with my family and stuff, of course. But like,
you still hate them now?
It be bugs in your food, and
you still hate them now?
I still don't like barbecues.
Wow.
I don't like being outside for that. Like if I go
I know you don't want to be outside.
When if somebody invites me, I'm like, okay, can I be in the house? Because I really don't feel like sitting out here. If I have to sit out there, I'm so glad I'm an adult now because I can drive away. Compared to like when you're a child, you gotta stay there and just endure it. Now I'll be like, okay, I'll see you later.
I'm so glad I'm an adult now. I can just drive away.
Yes.
That sound like a movie, like you like a Disney movie. I could just fly away. I could just get away.
Yeah, because now it's like, I don't have to stay out there. But yeah,
that was hilarious. That was funny.
That's our after show talk.
Yeah, but we about to get off. We ain't gotta carry on.
Yep.
I'm gonna let the
everybody get back to rest.
Yeah,
and relax. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, enjoy your night. Enjoy your night. Inside joke. But yeah, listen, we thank y'all for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Again, it's Mother's Day, so I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day.
A shout out to my mother, Pamela Reed, and
yes, a shout out to my mother.
That's right, the
prophetess.
Yes, prophetess
Caritha Walker.
And then shout out to two people who helped raise me tremendously. My Aunt Iris Wiggins and my Aunt Marianne.
I knew you were gonna say Aunt Mary. I was about to say she's somebody not gonna see this.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You can send her the YouTube link. She might watch it on YouTube.
They major foundations
Amen.
for me.
Bless God.
Hallelujah.
Shout out to my Cinnabons.
Marianne Jones.
My Cinnabons. That's my grandma.
Right. That's what the kids call her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So thanks for jumping on. We appreciate you guys.
Love you too, Des. I'll holler at you, man.
Have a good rest of your night, and we will talk to you guys next week.
All right. I'll see y'all. Y'all take care. Oh, we supposed to have our out.
Outro.
What we doing?
You did that.
I did that.
You hosting. You
okay.
messing up. Say, nah.